I see. Hello guys, welcome back to my audio program. So what I want to talk about today is just random things around life, around helping your business to grow and stuff like that. So you have to realize that if you want to achieve anything in your life, you have to understand, you have to speak your mindset. You have to every single day be in a state of gratefulness, every single day understanding how to actually talk your words, understanding exactly in terms of what you need to do to live your life on a daily basis. But not just that, you have to realize things. You have to understand that all you're really trying to do I'm not sure, all you're really trying to do for other people is teach them how to think. You understand? So if you think better, I promise you, if you stick to the better way of life, or if you stick to something that's better for you, then you teach people that. You teach people exactly how to go around you and how to go around problems and how to go around life itself. But that's the ultimate key of life. I see now, guys, if you really want to achieve something in your life, you have to understand, you have to stick to the words of life every single day. I promise you, when you stick to the words, I promise you, everything comes into fruition, because words are so powerful that every single day you can talk about things, you can go a certain way, you can go certain directions in life in terms of words. And you have to understand that when you stick to the words of everything, I promise you, that's how you actually achieve everything you ever want. You understand? So you have to realize every single day, business is all about goals, and it's all about having dreams and having a vision for yourself to help other people. So if you're not doing that, then you're going to lose in life, because you have to understand it. The key is service. You have to understand the key is having your dreams in place every single day, writing much more goals, writing and reading every single day as much as possible. And you have to understand, if you don't do that, then you have to start doing it right now if you really want to get to a place of fantastic nature where you can live life to the best of your degree. See guys, the key to everything that you ever want in life is small bits of content. So when you go small bits of content throughout time, making sure you're going different directions in your thinking, going in terms of helping yourself to help other people every single day, I promise you, that's the ultimate way of doing things. You understand? So you have to have a conversation with people. You have to really get up with yourself in a way of conversation, to have a conversation with yourself and other people, but making sure you stay away from people who disagree with you. You understand? I promise you, when you stay away from people who disagree with you, you have so much more time to do other things that are much more important. You understand? So make sure you understand something. Stay away from most people out there. You understand? Stay away from everybody that you can, and just go online and just go and read from people who are giving value. You understand? When you do this, you understand you'll surround yourself with better people who have ideas, and you'll be an idea kind of guy or woman out there who can actually help people. You see guys, when you drive market value into the market, okay, when you drive information into the market, what happens is you start to gain followers, you start to gain much more respect, you start to gain much more of a decency inside of you, where you can actually never procrastinate, because your words are so powerful to help other people. You understand? So you have to understand that when I start helping other people, all I try to do in my life every single day is speak more words. And because I speak more words, this drives value into the marketplace. And where is the marketplace? It's on social media. I mean, everywhere that you can go online is the marketplace. In a sense, so you have to realize that when you're driving value into the market, then people want to hear you out. I promise you, people want to get your value. They want to get something of what you're saying so that they can help their life. You understand? And that's the whole point of personal development and making sure that you become free in life. So if you want personal freedom, then you have to speak more words. You see, every single day you do better for yourself, guys. I promise you, the more spiritual you are, the better you are. You understand? So you have to realize you have to go a certain direction in your life where you can help yourself to grow. Yes, and you have to understand that habits is the way. Okay, so if you have great habits in life, then you can teach people that skill set that you have in terms of your habits. And you have to understand that your habits can teach other people. You understand? You can teach people through your habits about how to live life, and you don't have to be at your best version to start seminars and to start teaching other people. You just need a story. You need a story about yourself. And then you need to say all of your achievements and what you've achieved in life. And you have to understand, you have to give that to other people in terms of information. And when you give people information and you drive information into the marketplace every single day, that is your business. That's what true business is about. You guys have to understand, every single day you drive value or anything into the marketplace or anything of information, you're actually teaching yourself how to actually market yourself. You're teaching yourself how to actually be in life. You're teaching yourself how to do things in life. You're teaching yourself how your mindset is. And that's the whole point of common sense and common sense thinking, and how to actually make more common sense. And the only way to make more common sense is to speak more words. In a sense, so the more words you speak, the more you'll teach yourself things about life. But you have to be reading along the way. You have to understand, you have to drive value into the market, but you also have to get value from other people who can actually help you to achieve your goals and dreams, in a sense. So the thing is that you need help from other people. You need help from yourself the most, but you have to realize that if you're going to work a 9-to-5 job all your life, then you're going to be screwed, because you have to realize that my direction in life, where I'm going in life, in terms of my life, is where I'm going to go in terms of helping other people at seminars, you understand? So that's the key to helping everyone to succeed. So you have to realize that my vision is to help other people, okay? So when I help other people in terms of what I'm doing, okay, you have to realize that I'm gonna go eventually and make events around people, you understand? So it's not enough to say it, but I have to do that, you understand? But right now, for myself in my life, it's not time yet to do that, you understand? So what I need to realize in my life is I need to actually get smarter and smarter and smarter as fast as I can, so that I can provide even more value to my customers and to my clients and to people who are working with me at seminars and at events and at events and stuff like that, so that I can actually live my life to the best degree that I can. But I understand that's not enough. I realize what's enough is speaking more words. So the more words you speak, the more you have integrity, the more you have what you need in life. You understand? So you have to realize that you have to get to the point where you can help to teach other people. You understand? And when you start teaching other people ways of life, then you have much more common sense. You have much more scenarios in you to be able to process information, to be able to live life on a daily basis in a better way than ever before. And that's the whole key to helping yourself to understand life and to achieve your dreams, okay? So you have to realize that. You see, guys, if you're not pushing content into the marketplace every single day, then you're going to miss out on being able to help people in the way of words. You have to understand that it's much more that you have to realize something, that if you're not speaking words into the market, okay, if you're not trying to speak more words into social media today, if you're not trying to do that, then you're going to miss out a lot of opportunity for yourself to create seminars in front of people, and you're going to be able to understand much greater when you understand how to make money through making seminars and making events around people. So the thing is that what it's about is every single day understanding to create as much words as you can from your own mouth, and to speak those words every single day. The more you can every single day, the better for you, you understand? And the better for you in terms of being able to get yourself into a professional development of mindset, so that you can actually help other people. You see, guys, the way of words can go anywhere. You have to understand that if you can't travel somewhere right now, if you're stuck in a 9-to-5 job, if you're stuck with anything in life, you have to realize that your words can never be stuck. You understand? So the more you speak words, the more you can be a persona, the more you can actually be someone of gratitude, the more you can be someone of excellence every single day, the more you can do world-class material in terms of words. You understand? So the thing is that it's more about helping yourself to understand how to speak those words out of yourself, you understand? Because the more words you speak out of yourself, the more you can figure things out for yourself, you understand? So the only way to learn truly is to speak those words out of yourself, you understand? So the only way of teaching other people, or in terms of success that other people have, is because they've spoken words, you understand? And because you speak words so much, then you lead yourself into a place that you've never been before. You can actually go anywhere you want to go right now just by talking words. You understand? You can understand that when you understand something, that words are very powerful to manifest your life into a greater way of life. You understand? So when you are able to speak words even more and more and more, I promise you what happens is you start manifesting a better life for yourself. And that's the whole point of life. See, guys, business or no business, you have to realize it's much more about business today. You understand? So, if you realize anything about business and what they're doing, you have to realize all they're doing is speaking words. You understand? So, the more words they speak, the more they achieve, and the more they go places, and the more they do things. You understand? I promise you, it's more about helping other people in terms of words so that they can find ideas in you and so they can really, really find their way in terms of unlocking their potential. You understand? You have to unlock their potential to be able to speak words. I promise you, understand? I promise you, that's what all businesses are trying to do as much as possible. So you realize that it's all about words. It's all about communication, isn't it? So the more communicative you become in terms of life, the more your mind starts to interpret life as meaningful. In a sense, so you have to realize that if you want a meaningful life, you have to start really, really capitalizing on speaking words much more, because that's the only key to your life. That's the only thing that's going to motivate you. That's the only thing that's going to get you from one place to another. In a sense, so you have to realize that every single day of your life, you have to stick to the words if you want life, if you want something much better for yourself. You understand? I promise you, it's always about that, and it's always about helping yourself to do better. You understand? So the thing is that no matter what happens in life, you have to understand it's much more about always having a greater mindset. You understand? Having the words to say, having something of an idea from other people where you can write it down, where you can really give that information to other people. So what you read from other people is what you give to other people, you understand? But also from your own personal experience, you have to be able to talk about your story. You have to be able to understand exactly where you're coming from. You have to be able to understand the common sense theory, which just means speak more words, and then you'll find out exactly what your common sense means. And you understand that you have to get the meaning of everything. You understand? You have to be able to define things. You have to be able to label things. You understand? But at the same time, you must not label things, and you must not define anything. You understand? But the thing is, that's more spiritual stuff. So you have to realize that the spirituality of life is just living a great life. You understand? So I recently said to myself that all I ever want to do in life is speak more words. You understand? I just want to speak more words as much as possible, and that's going to lead me into some direction. You understand? I'm going to have a path. I'm going to have somewhere to go. I'm going to be able to do something that I've never done before, and I'm going to be able to say stuff that I've never said before, so that I can help in a different way, so I can help people in loads of ways in terms of words. You understand? I want to be a word freak. I want to be able to every single day understand exactly what I talk about, because when I understand exactly what I talk about, then I have much more confidence, don't I? Because I understand what I talk about. I understand exactly how to get from one point to another, and that's the whole point of teaching other people. Just that, just teaching them, hey, get from one step to another by doing this, 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 and this. You understand? But the thing is that there's only one level of life, and it's just speak more words. You understand? So if anything, like for example, am I in discomfort right now for talking words? I promise you I am in discomfort, and I'm also not in discomfort at the same time. You understand? But the thing is that the more I speak words, the more I realize, I come to a self-realization. I come into this better way of mindset where I can actually do things. I can actually help myself to speak words in a way that I've never done before, and I can help to show you the path. I can help to show people the path in a way of generosity and helping them to understand exactly where to go about their life. You understand? And that's what a life coach does. That's what a business coach does. And that's the exact thing that you guys need to do to be able to live a life that you need to live. You understand? So if you want to do anything in life, you have to understand that you have to speak more words to achieve it. You understand? You have to speak words over the things that you don't want so that you can get the things that you do want. You understand? So you have to realize that you have to make a list. You understand? You have to make a list of what you don't want in life, and you have to make a list of what you want so that you can see exactly where you're going in life and what you need in life. But if you're not getting daily information from other people, for example, then you have to realize that your mind is going to be much more misinformed about business. It's going to be much more uninformed about life. So you have to realize that you have to get the up-to-date information about everything today, in a sense. So the more you realize what the economy is doing, what the world is doing, the more you realize exactly your spirituality and the path that you're taking, then you can help people to go on your path, in a sense, to show them the way of life that you're doing, in a sense. So that's the whole point. The whole point is understanding where you're coming from and how to understand other people from where they're coming from, in a sense. So it's called empathy. It's called also making sure that you have leadership skills in life, to be able to never procrastinate, to be able to understand exactly how to talk to people, to understand how to give ideas every single day, and to be able to understand exactly how to actually achieve everything that you ever want. You understand? But that's the whole key of life, isn't it? It's always being able to understand your point of view and being able to understand where you're coming from. You understand? So the thing is that you have to realize that you have to always keep rotating the clock. You understand? You have to keep moving. You have to keep doing things that you don't want to do so that you can get to a better place. You understand? So you have to realize that no matter what happens, that you have to realize that sometimes in life things don't go your way in terms of how you want it to go. You understand? But that's life telling you, hey, sometimes that you have to do things that you are not able to do so that you can show yourself how to do it, so that you can teach yourself how to do things, so you can understand every single day. It's much more about being able to communicate your life to other people, you understand? So you have to realize that no matter what happens in life, every single day it's about understanding your integrity, understanding your kindness, understanding how you become generous in life. In a sense, so you have to realize that one way I become generous is by giving information. And I'm just an information provider. That's all I am. And the more I provide information to other people, the more I give them value upon exactly what they need to know to understand exactly how to achieve exactly what they need to achieve. So the more I speak on social media, okay, the more I achieve a sense of gratefulness about life, about meaning in my life, that I understand that is coming true for me because I'm speaking the words for that. You know, and because I speak the words of success, and because I speak the words of everything that comes true for me, is because you have to understand it's because it's the best way for me to understand the truth, and it's the best way for me to understand how to make common sense. And that's the whole point of understanding how to do better, in a sense. So you have to realize that if you want to understand anything about life, it's just speak more words, and then you'll come to a fruition. You'll come into a sense of peace, and you'll come into a sense of integrity because you understand your business. You understand exactly what you're on about. You know, and then you realize that, hey, you have some talent, and your talent is speaking more words. You know, everyone's good with words. I promise you, everyone can speak their own words. And if you just stick to the words, I promise you, then you understand exactly how to go about things. Because those people who don't speak words are not living today. You understand? I promise you, those people who understand God, for example, God spoke everything into fruition. You understand? God spoke everything into achievement, and everything into success, and everything into everything. You understand? So you have to realize that everything that's ever happened is because an entity has spoken words about that. You understand? So you have to realize that everything comes to a sense of integrity and a sense of whatever you want in life. So if you want to achieve, you have to understand you have to speak more words. If you want to do anything around business, you have to speak more words. I promise you, if you want to do anything to help yourself to understand exactly what you need to do in life, then you have to be able to get yourself into a place of a great mindset every single day to understand exactly what you need to do. And you have to plan it down. You have to be able to plan things down. And when you plan things down, then you understand exactly how you go about things. You understand? So you have to realize that it's much more about understanding how to engage people. And when you engage people, then you understand exactly how to speak to them. You understand? You understand exactly how to speak the words of people. You understand? So you have to realize that no matter what happens, you have to always build your social skills. You have to build your empathy. You have to build your sense of integrity. You have to speak your words. You understand? You have to speak something that you've never spoken before in a way that you can understand it, and in a way that you can understand how to make common sense of life. That's the whole point. The whole point is just understanding how to go that way, in a way of success, in a way of theory, in a way of doing things that's good for you, and understanding every single day how to be healthier, understanding exactly how to dive into information and how to learn information on your own time, and understanding exactly how to just understand life. You understand? To understand life is enough for you. You understand? So if you find yourself in a situation where it's a difficult situation, it's because you're not speaking the words that is going to help you to overcome it. You understand? So you have to realize that everyone's stuck to some degree. You understand? But I'm not stuck to some degree because I understand how to speak words. You understand? So those people who are stuck are not trying to speak more words consciously. They're not intentionally trying to speak more words. And because they're not trying to speak more words, then they're slowing themselves down about how to teach themselves in life, how to live life. You understand? So you have to realize that the more you understand your business, okay, your business is trying to help other people. You understand? Your business has to be understanding every single day how to make common sense about life and then teaching that to other people. So if you want the fastest way to success, is make events around people and teach them something. You understand? Teach them something. Maybe if you're a music producer, for example, like I am, then you make events around people once you've had enough music in your life, where you've made enough music to play around other people. And then what you do is you make a promotion for yourself. And then, for example, you can go in any direction. You understand? And then you have to realize that once you start making events around people, and then you realize you're giving something of your ideas to them, you understand? And that's why they're paying you money in any type of scenario that is. So if you have to realize that when you make events around people, you're the one giving them ideas. You understand? And when you give people ideas and when you solve their problems, that's where the money is. You understand? That's where you have to understand to get to that point. So many people are doing this. They go to university, all right? They're in hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt, and then they want a mortgage, for example, from the bank, and then they want kids and they want to be able to travel and they want cars that are as good as other people, and then they're trying to keep up with the Joneses. You understand? They're trying to keep up with other people. Never try to keep up with other people. Try to keep up with the words. You understand? Try to keep up every single day, understanding exactly how to achieve everything in your life that you're meant to achieve. You understand? You have to, every single day, if you want to understand anything, it's put time into words. Put words into time. You understand? Because the only treasure that you really have is the words you speak. I promise you, everything that you've made an impact about in your life, in terms of positivity in this world or negativity, has been because of the word you spoke. You understand? So you have to realize that no matter what happens, stay away from negative people. Stay away from people who don't give you value. Okay? Stay away from people who are not good for you. You understand? So you have to realize that no matter what, you have to be around people who are always giving you ideas. You understand? Be around people who make you feel authentic, that make you feel that you can open up to them. You understand? Make sure you understand that as soon as you go and open up to people, then you're going to have some negative critics in your life, and they're going to say how negative you are because of what you said and stuff like that. Make sure you disregard things of negativity. You understand? Make sure you understand that it's much more about positivity than negativity. You understand? So being a positive worker in life, making sure that you're trying to help people to succeed in life, is how you make a business. You understand? So if you understand the business of life is teaching other people, it's not about being selfish. It's not about you earning so much money so that you can take your family out somewhere so that you can live your life, for example. You have to understand, it's not about that. I promise you, it's about you being able to make loads of money, being able to teach people how to make loads of money, being able to make even more money because you're teaching other people, and then being able to take your family out for dinner, making sure that you're also taking your family out everywhere else, and making sure then you can go and have something of nature where you can go and help people to achieve what you have achieved. In a sense, so you have to realize that's what business is about. You understand? So you have to realize that no matter what happens in life, you have to go certain directions in life that's going to help you. You understand? So you realize that no matter what, that life is key to your sanity. You understand? So you have to realize that if you want to be sane in life and if you want to contribute to the planet even more, then you have to speak words to understand that. You have to understand that no matter what, that if you're not speaking much more words in your relationships with other people, then you're not really trying to connect with them, for example. So you have to realize that the only connection there is in terms of life is words. You understand? Words is the only connection point around anything in life. So those people who are not speaking words to you are not really connecting to you. You understand? What's connecting to you the most is yourself. Because you have to realize that when you're connecting to yourself, you have to be speaking words to yourself constantly and constantly and constantly, trying to make sense of this world, trying to figure it out for yourself, trying to figure out life for yourself, trying to figure out how to get to a better stage of life. You understand? So when you understand exactly how to understand life itself, then you understand exactly how to live, then you understand exactly how to be spiritual, then you understand how to do business, for example, and you have to realize it takes time. You have to understand it takes a lot of time to be able to make a lot of content come true, you understand? So you have to realize it's much more about how you understand life, you understand? So you have to realize it's about how other people understand life as well. So you get their perspective, and then you write your own perspective over that, and then you realize that you're now paraphrasing things around your own nature, and because you're paraphrasing things, you're teaching other people what you've learned and stuff like that from other people, and you're teaching people how to actually live a better life, you understand? And that's the whole point of business. So if you want to get yourself from one place to another, you have to learn how to speak. You have to learn how to speak much more. You understand? So you have to realize that no matter what happens every single day, that the idea comes true for you when you're understanding that no matter what, that when you go to your seminars or when you go make events around people, make sure you give them as much value as possible, and then make sure that you create even more value after that, so that you can have even more people at your seminars or at your events and stuff like that, so you can build true followers and stuff. You understand? That's the whole point of life. Make sure you're holding no information back. You understand? Make sure that you understand exactly where your value is. You understand? And when you understand where your value is, then you understand exactly how to go about things of words and in terms of life and in terms of everything else that you can actually hope to achieve for yourself and other people. You understand? So you have to realize that if you're not trying to help other people, then you're already screwed as your business. You understand? Your business is screwed if you're not trying to help other people. So you have to understand that it's the whole point of life to be able to understand what Jesus Christ done for you is what you do for other people. You understand? You give people your story. You give people words of advice. You give people everything of ideas so that they can manifest a greater life for themselves. You understand? So if you go around people who give you no voice, then you have to understand to leave those people right now, because those people are not trying to make you authentic. They're not trying to make you better. So be around people who can give you a word of life. And you understand? Be around people who can give you some ideas and some value that you can take on board, that you can help your life with, for example. So you have to realize that recently I learned also that it's nice to ask a question for them to get your business card. You understand? So you have to realize it's always nice to ask things like, can I have a drink? Can I have this? Can I have that? Can I have that? Can you do this for me? Can you help me like this? Can you help me do this, for example? You understand? And you realize that some people will try to help you and some people won't. In a sense, so if you demand things from other people, then you won't get it. You understand? You won't get what you demand for. You understand? You only get what you demand for from yourself. In a sense, so if you demand it from yourself to get what you want, then you understand how to get it. In a sense, so you have to realize it's much more about helping yourself to understand how to demand things of yourself, to understand exactly how to get from one point to another every single day of your life. You understand? So if you want to achieve a greater life, then it's about speaking the words of that every single day, understanding how to stick to the words of how to actually speak to other people. You know, so you have to practice and practice and practice a lot of the time, every single day, just practicing how to speak words, you know, practicing how to actually understand yourself from different perspectives and different ideas and different things of nature and different things of how to understand other people, you understand? So you have to realize it's much more about understanding, isn't it? Approach, it's about understanding everything about life. So the only way you understand is by speaking words. In a sense, so you have to realize that the more you understand by speaking words, the more you make common sense and the more you can teach other people whatever it is that you want to teach. In a sense, so you have to realize that my business now has been 5 years. And you have to realize I've been in business for 5 years, but I only ever realize exactly how much my business is helping other people right now, because I have so much more content that I can give right now every single day, understanding that I always have it inside of me to be able to solve problems, to be able to solve as much problems as possible so that I can make more common sense for myself and so that I can deal with a greater life for myself in terms of everything that I need to do. So I understand exactly what I need to do to get to another point, in a sense. So you have to realize that's the whole key, that I have to take a leap of faith to be able to get to that point every single day. And you have to realize that it's much more about now just teaching as much as possible and getting smarter in the process of life. You understand? Getting as much value as I can, and then processing that information, applying some information to my life, and then making sure that I'm teaching that information to other people. You know, saying, and that's the whole business of life. It's like you get information from other people, you process it, you apply it to your life, and then you teach it to other people. And the more you do that, and the more you repeat that information, and the more you just give it and give it and give it, you give all that information that other people are giving to you, then you become someone of a psychologist, you become someone of a social worker, you become whatever you want to be. You understand? Because then you understand exactly how to actually do everything. In a sense, so you have to realize it's much more about understanding exactly where you need to be in life, so you can realize exactly how your business is working and how you're understanding how you're giving ideas. But you need to give even more ideas than what you currently have. You understand? You have to understand every single day, make as much content as possible so that you can understand exactly what your business is, so you can understand exactly where you need to be in life if you want to achieve things of greatness. You understand? So greatness comes from words, in a sense. So the more you can actually talk words, the more greatness you have in life. You understand? So that's the whole point of understanding how to achieve things and understanding exactly how to process information and understanding exactly what you need to do exactly in terms of your life. So you have to realize that your exact point of reference where you need to be is speaking more words. So when you understand that no matter what happens in life, that there's so much information that you can do around people, and there's so much information in terms of whatever you can say, that you can work to the days of your life understanding exactly how to speak to other people. And when you understand exactly how to speak to other people, then you understand exactly how to live life. You understand? So that's the whole point of understanding that no matter what happens in your life, that if you're not speaking words, you're losing. And if you are speaking words, you are winning, you understand, to some degree, because you're making more common sense. So make sure every single day, make sure that you speak more words so that you can make more common sense, so that you can teach people your business. I promise you, if you're not trying to teach other people, then you're losing. I promise you, you have to understand that. You have to understand every single day, post as much content as possible online. You understand? Post as much content as you can on social media, making sure that you're just giving words into the marketplace as much as possible, and then you'll find what your business is. You understand? That's exactly what I need you to do every single day of your life. So do you understand that way you have purpose? That way you have something to do every single day of your life, and you don't need the 9-to-5 job anymore. You understand? Because you can actually speak words now. You can actually do things without the 9-to-5 job. You can actually go make events around people now because you can actually speak those words. In a sense, so that's the way of life. That's how you use your tongue to overcome everything. You understand? You use your words to overcome everything. You understand? That's the whole point.